Hey guys, welcome back to Easel Does It Studio. My name is Michelle, and today we are going to make these two propagation holders. So, before we get into this, I need to clarify something. If you have this small mixer by Let's Resin, which I absolutely love, I did find out the measurements are not accurate on this, because I poured 8 ounces in here and I only got 7 ounces. So then I did the 4 ounces of A, 4 ounces of B in this cup, and I poured it in here, and it was way above the 8. So note to self, if you're going to use this, pour your resin in a regular cup and then pour it in, or you're going to be short. So I had done it because I'm going to do the alcohol ink drop again to try and get this look. I got to wash them. It's mostly cured. There's still a little bit of sticky. But I'm going to wash them and sand them and see if I can salvage them. But, so we're going to do one in these abalone shells. So I'm going to probably start with this while we've got this one over here mixing, just because this is only 7 ounces and not 8, and these hold almost 8 ounces. So I'm like, okay, so let's and I am going to mix them in the resin, and then we're going to put it in. So I know we will probably have a little left over, which is fine. We will find something to do with it. So I had thought about maybe just laying them in there, and then I'm like, no, we're gonna just make it chuck full. Because after we get these all done and cured, I'm going to do something else to them. So, yeah, you're going to want to stick around to the end of the video. Now, these molds I got through Beebeecraft. They did send them to me, so I will have the links in the description, as well as any discount codes. And I want to thank Sheila from Reptiles and Resin. She has these mats, and I watch her channel. I watch several different ones, and it just cleaned up so nice. So I went and I bought some. So what I did is I did my whole table, and then I cut a small section where I work. So yeah, that's what I did. All right, so, and we're gonna have bubbles in here, so it's, you know, kind of what it is. I am gonna try to let these set, and then I'll probably add more once we start pouring it. So first of all, I gotta show you guys how to work these things. Hang on. So I have the test tubes. These did not come with test tubes, so I bought some. So there's clear, there's blue, and there's like a pink purple in here. And I can open this. So these will go down through like this. So we have these little plugs that we have to put in. So you can see there's a spot here and a spot here. So you've got to put this in, make sure it's in all the way, and then the same with the top piece. Because if that is not completely in there, our test tube will not go around. Yeah. All right, so this should be done. I am gonna separate this because I don't want it to get, well, I guess I don't have to because this one's not gonna take me that long. And the other one, we're gonna be dropping alcohol ink, so it doesn't really matter. I do want it to sit a little bit to debubble. So yeah, we're at 9 ounces on the 9 ounces on this versus the 8, and that is 8 ounces. So the measurements on that particular container are wrong, so don't go by that. Remember the other day in one of my videos, I was like, it doesn't seem right because every time I poured something in there, I was short. And I'm like, you know I can be numb sometimes, but, you know, 4 and 4 makes 8, and it wasn't 8. And I'm like, what in the crap? All right, so I got that wiped. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to grab my stick here, and I'm going to spray some alcohol down in there just to try and prevent as many bubbles as we can. Let me try to just pour some of the clear resin out. All right. So I know this is not gonna take the full 8 ounces because of these. I've had these abalone shells for a while, and I was just waiting for like the right type of project to add them in. So I figured this would be a really good one to do that. So we do need to make sure that we get some underneath the little plug in there. And like I said, we'll be adding more. I just want to get the bulk of this in. And I'm not going to worry too much if we have, you know, a little bit of clear showing on the back, but I want to try to make it as full as possible. I lost some shells down in the little space there. So I am going to pour some resin because I want to make sure that there's, you know, like resin all the way down. I don't want to have any open spots on the front of this. So yeah, we started with like 4 ounces, and we've got quite a bit in there. But I hate it when I mix up too many shells and I don't like have an idea of what I want to put the rest of them in. And get up. Thank you. So I finally got my tree down, guys. I did that yesterday. Got my Christmas stuff put away. All right, so we're not gonna go, because I don't want to have to sand the back of this, but I do want to have the shells kind of showing all the way through. So and I do want them all underneath. So I want to put a few little flatter ones on where the test tube is going to go. And hopefully we have some on the other side as well. All right. All right, we're just going to dome this because I would rather have that clear layer than to have to sand this whole piece. Just saying. And hopefully the bubbles debubble. All right, so we have got 2.5 ounces out of 7 on this particular one. So let me just try and slide this back. And I'm gonna let that sit, and settle down, and then if I need to top it off, I can. All right, let's get this one out. So this should be a fairly quick video today. Put that plug in, and we're gonna let me put my cover on here. Crap, I'm knocking everything over. Ugh. All right, so we're gonna pour this clear, and we're gonna drop our alcohol ink. And I got a little black something in here. Got it. But see how this resin, there's like no bubbles. And I got another little, where is all this coming from? Okay. So I know I gotta leave a little bit of space because we are gonna be dropping the alcohol inks, but, and I hope this one doesn't do what the other one did. So I'm gonna fill this one like all the way, and we're not gonna do like 2 pours on this. It's gonna be the one. All right. So it is full, but it's not domed. So I'm hoping that that's going to leave us the room for our alcohol. I'm going to spray that to get rid of any like surface bubbles. And I don't remember the actual colors I used, but I know I had some forest green. I had the sparkly copper. I'm going to add a little yellow, a little turquoise, and then the sinker white. So basically we're going to use 3 colors, the metallic sparkly copper, and then the sinker white, and hope and pray for the best. So I know on that one I started with the metallic. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna start with the metallic and hope and pray that we don't get that. If we do, then it's probably because of the metallics. So I won't do a lot first with the metallic. I'm just gonna do 1. And then we're gonna drop some turquoise. And some forest green. And I'm gonna pop that bubble. Oop. Oop. We're gonna let them, I'm gonna give them some time to spread before we because this is a fairly thick resin. So now we're going to use some yellow. And all right, I'm going to put some more of this sparkly copper. So I'm going to do a layer of the white. Now I'm not going for the Petrie effect. That's not what I'm going for. I just liked that color swirl that I got in that other one. So that is basically what I'm trying to get. So I feel like I can use a little bit more of the alcohol ink in this one because it's deeper. And do a little bit more turquoise there. Some more forest green. And some more of the copper. And some white. So I'm gonna let that sit for a bit. And then I'm going to kind of give it like a swirl, because over here it looks like it's starting to sink in this corner. That copper is like making lines going down over here too. But it's, I don't know, these colors together are just gorgeous. A little yellow, because that's just going to change that green color. Let's put some more white. Okay. So while that's moving, I have got 2.5. Let's just mix these together. Oh, you know what? I just had a brain fart here, guys. In case this propagation thing doesn't turn out the way I want, maybe what I could do, let's see how much we have here. I am going to spray this so it can, so I'm just spraying the inside of this. I'll just wipe this out while I'm because once it starts getting tacky, it's harder to wash out. So now I'm thinking I should have done 2 layers of this alcohol ink thing, but we're gonna swirl here in a second. So all right, so we got our cup clean, we got our top clean, back in business. Okay, so let me wipe this, and I'm gonna get some little cups. And let's find some sort of, something that is like flat. To see if we can get that effect that I'm looking for by mixing the colors separately. So I'm just wiping this out because I had mixed mold in here the last time. So I'm going to clean two just in case. And these are only going to be like test pieces, so not that big of a deal. Okay. So we have the copper that's coming down, but the other colors are not. Let me see. I want something that's long and skinny. I guess we can use this. I want that color to like kind of swirl through the whole thing. So I can definitely see now that it's it's kind of going down, and that's because I can see through the plastic. I mean, I don't want it to be like a solid color, but I wanted there to be like color down through it all. So I'm just gonna drop some more of this sparkly copper. And some of the forest green. Might as well do all the colors one more time. And then I will just do the white and we'll see what happens. Okay. And we're just gonna leave this to see. All right. So I am gonna mix up and that's getting warm, so I gotta So I use the same 4 colors. So this is the Bond Craftor resin. And I'm just gonna squirt a bunch of each color in here. We will mix them. We will pour them. And see what we get. Okay. Take a little. And the only reason I'm mixing this fast, guys, is because this stuff is setting up and I need to get it poured. And if it still has some swirls, I'm not too concerned. Like I said, this is more of like a test piece. All right, so we're gonna just drizzle. And then I'm just gonna drop the white on top of this and see what happens. Gosh, that's thick. Okay. I guess we're just going with that. Now let's get our white. And we're just gonna all right, I'm not gonna go hogwash with the white. I'm just gonna kind of let it do its thing and get this all cleaned up. clean paper towel here. My fingers are so sticky that... And we could hit a little alcohol with there, but that's fine. Wow, this does wipe really, really good, guys. I had never even heard of these before I saw Sheila using it. I'm like, what is that mat she's using? All right, so we're just gonna let these cure, and we will be back and see what happens. I think I am gonna swirl this though, just because I don't like that white on that top. And just for good measures, I don't know what it is with this sparkly copper, but I love that color. I don't even know why. I don't. Alrighty, guys. I will be back for you guys. It'll be in a jiff. All right, take my gloves off to shut my phone off. All right, I'll be back. Alrighty, guys, we are back. I do have some bubbles here, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. So yeah, don't mind the mess. My daughter came over today. She made her first set of blooms. So those are curing now. We didn't videotape it. She said once she does a few projects, she will come over and we can do a like a collaboration with the two of us. So let's see how this little bugger turned out. Oh, this is so pretty, guys. Look, that is adorable. So I know you probably hear noise in the background. It's because I have my air purifier on high and I have my curing machine on. So I apologize for the noise, but yeah, that's what the noise is. So let me see. And there we go. That is our little propagation. One of them. So I will have to trim the back, but I just wanted to see. So I let these set, and then I did pop them. Once they were firm, I popped them in the curing machine. I'm trying to keep my hand over it so I'm not peeking. Oh, okay. So it did not do like the other ones, but we do have a clear spot right here where I didn't get the ink to go through, but look at the swirl. All right, so let's get our little stopper out. And this just comes out really easy. Just like that. Oh, that is so pretty. So this one here I will sand, and then I will, I'll top this with some UV resin, but. So that is that one. So they came out really, really nice, guys. So let's see what this coaster. Oh. So there are a few micro bubbles, but it was getting thick when I poured it, but the colors are really pretty. But I can just pour a thin layer of resin over that, but that was just a test piece. So, okay, so what I wanted to do, and I'm gonna do it on this one just because of the stones in this one. So, let me, I've just got to get my, it's a mess over here. All right, I'm going to put you on a pause so I can get my things out. Hang on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I've got 2 eye hooks. My daughter had come up with this, and she's like, Mom, couldn't you put hooks and hang it like over your like kitchen window? And I'm like, oh, that's a cool idea. So we're going to try it. So I have my little jewelry drill thing, and I'm just going to do 2 little pilot holes. Just like that. So yeah, I have a house full of company upstairs, but just so you guys know. I'm like, sorry guys, I gotta go to work for a few minutes. And then as this resin continues to harden, these hooks will stay in. So, like that. Let me grab my, I mean, you could use, you know, anything that you want, but I am, no, we're going to do it this way because I want the knot on the back side. I will probably do something different for, you know, the rope, but just to give you guys an idea of where I'm going with this. And then you can hang it. So you could put a hook and hang it, and it would be in the window. And because this one is somewhat translucent, the sun will shine through. So yeah, that is our 2 little experiments for today. Let me know what your thoughts are, and I will get you some final pictures, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, guys.